We'll now turn to Mr. Walter.
Chairman Whitehouse, Ranking Member Grassley, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the honor of testifying. I'm president of the Capital Research Center, and we've studied political money debates for decades, including, of course, Mr. Chairman, your speeches and writings. Dark money isn't really mysterious, unless you count that rumor that Leonard Leo invented dark money in a lab in Wuhan. No, to say that a group uses dark money is like saying the group uses telephones. It's a universal technology. Oddly, the people who most often use the term never define it with legal precision, even when they're speaking in a Judiciary Committee hearing or a Senate Finance hearing, where that would seem necessary. But if you're trying to scare others with a boogeyman, best to keep the monster's outline shadowy. Now, if dark money be a monster, it's not a large one. The biggest number I can find is OpenSecret's $1 billion in 2020, which sounds big until you see OpenSecret's number for the hard dollars disclosed to the FEC, which makes the dark money boogeyman about 7% of election spending. So, dark money is universal in politics and not a large part of politics. But dark money is not equally, or if I were a man of the left, I'd say fairly, distributed. It tilts strongly toward the Democratic Party. A few simple stats. OpenSecret's totals for dark money in the 2020 election show almost a 2.5 to 1 advantage for the Democrats. In just the presidential race, Mr. Biden enjoyed 6 times the dark money of his opponent. The Democrats had a dark money advantage in the 2022 cycle, 2020, 2018. Here's another example. Mr. Chairman, the conservative judicial activist you especially target received in 2021 a $1.65 billion donation to a C4 dark money group. But just weeks after that story broke, a left-wing billionaire gave about twice that amount to a dark money group on the left. A better comparison for that $1.65 billion is the money raked in by the left's biggest nonprofit network, the Empire run by Arabella Advisors. It raised almost exactly the same amount the same year. The year before, it raised $1.7 billion. So what the chairman's special target enjoyed as a once-in-a-lifetime windfall is just the yearly take for Arabella. Again, I'm arguing C4 dark money is not a big deal in American politics. But if anyone insists it pollutes our politics, then the big polluter is the Democratic Party, and the strongest drivers of big pollution are environmentalists. For instance, the Arabella Network was founded by environmentalist Eric Kessler, who's deeply tied as well to the Dark Money League of Conservation Voters, which is both the biggest source of campaign contributions to the chairman and also, quote, a dark money heavyweight, says the Center for Public Integrity. Another strong environmentalist tie at Arabella, the Sierra Club helped launch Arabella's 1630 Fund, quote, the indisputable heavyweight of Democratic dark money, says The Atlantic. Arabella's environmentalist ties do have an unusual and especially disturbing feature: foreign dark money. One of Arabella's top donors for 2 decades is the environmentalist Hans-Jörg Wyss, a foreign national who's admitted violating bans on foreign money in American politics in the past and now funds Arabella's network to influence our politics. Still, dark money and all money in politics is simple. People who believe in causes raise money for those causes, start groups for those causes, collaborate with each other, buy ads to persuade the public, support their champions, criticize their opponents. When the chairman takes money from the League of Conservation Voters, that doesn't mean the League has captured him. It means they agree with him. The people on the other side of the issues operate the same way, using the same kind of, but a lot less, of various types of political money. So to act outraged that somebody is using dark money reveals the real definition of dark money: support for speech the left wants to silence. Trying to silence one's opponents is the opposite of democracy, but it's understandable given how unpopular some of the left's, especially environmentalists, agenda items are. The ESG movement, for example, funded with millions from billionaires like George Soros and millions from the Arabella Network, is currently trying to have banks stop loans to any company related to fossil fuels, which would mean Americans couldn't buy gas for their cars and trucks and might have an effect on the federal budget. Trying to stifle speech with the boogeyman of dark money drives debate away from the substance of issues to issues of money. I urge the committee instead to focus on the substance of issues, like climate change. Thank you.